Okay, welcome, alternates. We are on day 6 of Mama Donna case, and like day 4 and 5, we started with Special Agent Patrick Sanford. I bet this guy is so ready to get off the stand after 3 days. I mean, I'm exhausted seeing him. He's exhausted seeing himself, I'm sure, and listening to all of these calls. But here we are again, and we are going to listen to more wiretaps. I, thankfully, am the one listening and not you, because it is so hard to hear, right? And then you're kind of trying to decipher what words you actually need to hear, because there's just a lot of stuff that she's talking, or especially today, Donna is talking about that is not really pertinent to the case. Of course, there are things that are pertinent to the case, but after, 4 hours of this guy being on the stand listening, it becomes a lot. All right, now we are getting closer to where Donna, tries to flee the country. I don't know if you know that yet. I think you possibly know that if you know this case at all, but these wiretaps are at this point getting to that place where Charlie's been convicted, and Donna is getting really nervous about her own freedom, really, right? The audio, like I told you, is really hard to hear, so I'm going to skip playing it for you, and I'm just going to tell you, she goes on a rant. She goes on a rant about her grandkids, her life. She actually says that her family has been cursed, to which I maybe want to say, hey, Donna, I think that's called karma because you killed somebody. I mean, cursed lady, like you're lucky that you are just getting like prison time. Okay. But what she's saying cursed is because her, son is in the clink, and she has another son she says that she never talks to. We heard from him on the stand. And then she says, I have a son and a daughter that she loves. Obviously, Charlie and Wendy. Then she does go on to start making plans of getting out of Dodge, heading to Vietnam through Dubai.
Are you aware of the date that Charlie Adelson was convicted?
Yes.
What was that date?
It was November the 6th of 2023.
And was this recording that we just heard that same day after the conviction?
It was the day after the conviction on 11/7, November 7th.
All right. And we hear on this call that there appear to be some plans to potentially go to Vietnam. Are you familiar with that?
I am.
And based on this recording, did you do some investigative work to try to look into whether that was in fact really going to happen?
I did.
Okay, and what did you learn?
We didn't hear the call for a couple of days, so it was a few days later. But I did check with another government agency to try to find out if there was an international travel planned. And ultimately, on the 13th, I believe it was, I was told that yes, there was travel plans made.
Okay. And were the travel plans to Vietnam?
They were to go through Dubai and then to Vietnam.
Right. And is Vietnam in fact a non-extradition country?
It is.
And is Dubai also non-extradition?
That's correct, it is.
Okay. And when was that travel plan supposed to occur?
On the evening of November the 13th, 23.
And were you able to intercept the defendant prior to taking off on that airplane?
I was.
And where did you do that?
At the Miami International Airport, right through the gate check as they were boarding the plane on the jet bridge is what they call it.
And that was on November 13th, 23?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. As part of your apprehension of the defendant, did you seize her cell phone that she was in possession of at the time of her arrest?
I did.
All right. And did she willingly allow you to do that?
No, she did not.
How did that go?
Now, basically, he just says, when asked about the cell phone, is that she didn't want to hand it over, right? They arrest her. They say, give us your cell phone. And she says, basically no can do barbecue, because I'm sure at that moment she knows all is lost. And she also knows what she has on that cell phone, which we're going to get to later today, is a bunch of WhatsApp text messages. And side note, really quick, I was actually boarding a plane to Mexico a couple weeks ago and had this exact same thing happen on the jet bridge. This guy, I was actually right behind this man. There were cops sitting or standing right in the middle of the jet bridge waiting for this guy to walk on the plane or almost get on the plane, and they arrested him. And I mean, it's wild to see, and it's also sad because he was there with his daughter, and I was like, what in the heck is going on? But I can imagine this is the same sort of situation that everybody around Donna was thinking at the same time. The reason also that they claim that they do it on the jet bridge, I was thinking it's because you actually check in your ticket, scan it, like you are really going to board that plane, and you are really, you showed your passport, you are really getting out of the country. But what the investigator said on the stand is that it makes less of a disturbance when they are on the jet bridge. There are less people around, and there's less places for the person getting arrested to flee. So I guess maybe it's both. All right. Now, defense came up to cross-examine Special Agent, and I do not think that she did a great job. I think, honestly, she made Donna look more guilty. I actually don't even know what her strategy was. She just asked a lot of questions, almost like she was the prosecutor. I'm like, I honestly had to go back and make sure that she was the defense attorney, which somebody on my Facebook group said she doubles as a Tom Petty lookalike on the weekends or something. It was so funny. Which now when you see her, you're going to think that she looks like Tom Petty too. Anyways, she cross-examines the special agent. I don't think she did a good job until the very end. She wanted to make a point that, Donna's visa was to multiple entrants. Like she could leave Vietnam and come back to Vietnam. It was 90 days. Her grandson had a bat mitzvah, and of course it was in her calendar. So she was definitely going to go to the bat mitzvah. She was not planning on going to Vietnam for anything other than a vacation. But again, right? This is a hard case to defend when there is so much clear evidence.
These questions, I'm not asking for your belief or your opinion. I'm asking for direct evidence, okay?
Okay.
In your investigation, you found no direct connection between Donna Adelson and Sigfredo Garcia, correct?
Correct.
And you found no direct connection between Donna Adelson and Luis Rivera, correct?
Correct.
And Katie Magbanawa has testified that, I'm going to ask you a question, but I'm leading up to it. Katie Magbanawa has testified that she met Donna Adelson one time when she had a dental appointment at Adelson Institute, and they exchanged greetings at the front desk. Besides that, there's no direct connection between Katie Magbanawa and Donna Adelson, is there?
Correct.
You have emails, voice messages, text messages, and later recorded calls. Direct evidence on any of those things. Did Donna Adelson ever say that she wanted Danny Markell to be killed?
Those exact words?
Those words. Did she say she wants him killed?
No.
Did she say she was planning to have him killed?
No.
Did she say she was hiring to have him killed?
No.
Someone to go and kill him?
No.
Did she say that she intended that he be killed?
No, she did not say that.
I don't have any further questions.
And then let me just play you a little on redirect.
Did you have any direct evidence? Did you have any circumstantial evidence?
A lot.
Is it up to this jury to decide if the evidence is sufficient?
That's correct.
You were asked if you had any input on the timing of the arrest, and why did you arrest when you did? That wasn't your decision to make, was it?
No.
And When did you decide you had probable cause to make an arrest of Donna Adelson?
Personally,
It's beyond the scope of direct, Your Honor, and this is an opinion testimony.
Yes, it is. You were asked your
Hold
opinion,
on.
weren't you?
Sustain, Ms. Copeland.
You were not the person responsible for making that decision of when to go to Miami and put handcuffs on her, were you?
no, it was not.
Okay. You were asked about Charlie's defense. Wasn't Charlie's defense that he was being extorted? And was part of that defense that he brought his mother in on that, didn't he? He told her about it.
That's correct.
Okay, so they were both being extorted over the course of almost 2-year period before the bump, right?
That's correct. That's what he said.
Okay, and that's why she was writing those checks. She was being extorted.
That's correct.
And another part of that defense was that although they were being extorted, the payroll checks weren't actually going to Catherine Magbanua. She was just cashing them and then giving the money to somebody else.
That's correct. That's what he said.
Okay, and that's needed to explain why he was so friendly with her, both in those calls and on the texts and so forth, right?
It's all to explain everything, yes.
It's not typically going to be sending "I love you" text to your extortionist, right?
Correct.
So it was, oh, I didn't know she was in on it, but now I realize she is.
Correct. He realized it after the fact, so he said.
Okay, and the killers, according to Charlie Adelson, came to Tallahassee unsolicited, unprovoked. Nobody hired them. They came and just killed Dan Markell and then hoped to be able to get some money out of Charlie Adelson and Donna Adelson later.
That is what Charlie Adelson said.
Okay, and since Charlie Adelson didn't have enough money in his safe that night, the killers, through the mediator of Catherine Magbanua, agreed to put him on a layaway plan to pay this money over time.
That's correct. It was a layaway plan for the extortion.
Part of the checks that Donna Adelson signed were the layaway plan to the gang member extortionists.
That's correct. That's what he said.
All right.
So I am wondering if this is also going to be some sort of strategy for the defense. But good to know that that is the defense that Charlie put up. Also, some people think that Donna is going to testify in her own defense because her son did. I'm just not so sure that she is as confident as Charlie is. Obviously, it didn't work for Charlie, right? But I don't know. Maybe she's going to play the like grandma card. Who knows? And not the, puppeteer. We shall see. Finally, Sanford was let off the stand and Jonathan Grossman took his place. He works for the Miami PD, and he did a search of Donna and Harvey's home on November 14th. So a couple days after Charlie was convicted and the day after Donna was arrested. So he finds the luggage. I guess I'm assuming Harvey took the luggage home. And so he finds a luggage with tags on it to Dubai or to Vietnam through Dubai. He also finds some cameras, and he finds a note about a gun to be sold. So basically, I think what they're trying to say is Donna had some plans laid out on the floor for possibly Wendy when she got there to sell a gun or do some things with her property. Then we got to two of Donna's prison buddies. Patricia Bird was our first jailhouse informant. And let's just talk really quick about these jailhouse informants. Obviously, they want something out of this, right? They want something out of snitching on a friend. They all have, convictions waiting or trials pending. They all need help from a friend. And when I mean help from a friend, they all need help with a friend, the prosecution, whoever is going to give them a good deal. And so a lot of times they rat on each other. A lot of times they tell lies. So it's really hard with these jailhouse informants to know what's true and what's not true. And both of these women are actually up for pretty big sentences in the clink, up to 15 years. And that's not, chunk change. And they've been in prison multiple times. So take that into consideration when you watch this, especially as if you're watching as a juror and don't have any bias. But I'll tell you my opinion because I do have some. And we got to Patricia Byrd first. Prosecution themselves do not offer these women any lesser of a sentence or any grace for helping them. However, somebody does. I don't know exactly who does in the whole court system, but there is some, and maybe they don't tell them right away. Maybe they say, hey, do this for us. It's kind of like a handshake deal. I don't know. I've not been to prison and I didn't look this one up. I will maybe look it up so I can tell you next time. So anyways, we have to also keep that in mind when we hear from our first inmate, Patricia.
Who else was she close to in the pod?
Drina Bernhardt.
Okay. Did she have a couple of other people she was close to as well?
Yes.
Were you and Drina the closest?
Yes.
To her, I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Once you and Donna Adelson became close friends, did she ever talk to you about her pending case, this case?
She did.
When y'all would have those conversations, did you ever outright ask her whether she did what she's accused of?
I did.
And what did she say to that?
She said she did. It was to keep her grandkids, but it wasn't supposed to go that far.
Okay. So she said she did do it, and she did it to keep her grandkids.
Yes.
But she didn't expect it to go this far.
Yes.
Did Donna Adelson ever ask if you were ever in custody with a woman named Catherine Magbanwa?
Yes, she did.
And were you ever in custody with Catherine Magbanwa?
Yes.
Was that several years ago?
Yes, ma'am.
And about how long were you in custody with Magbanwa for?
About a year or two.
Now, did you tell Donna Adelson that? Did you let her know that you had been in custody with Magbanwa?
Yes.
Since you had been in custody with Magbanwa, once Donna Adelson knew that, what did Donna Adelson want you to do?
She wanted me to say that Magbanwa told me when we killed him, I knew my boyfriend's parents had money.
Okay, so basically, she and some other people did this crime, and they did it because her boyfriend's parents had money.
Yes.
Who did she want you to tell that to?
She wanted me to tell it to whoever came up and asked me about it, and the investigators.
Okay. Did she offer you anything in exchange for you providing that information?
Yes.
What did she offer you?
A trailer and some land, and she would have her husband fix my teeth.
Okay. So, like, if you got out of custody, she'd help you buy a trailer and land?
Yes.
And that her husband could fix your teeth?
Yes.
Like veneers?
Yes.
So girlfriend is going to get a new grill, same as Katie. Remember, she got that also for helping in the killing of Dan. And man, I'm telling you, these people like giving out new teeth, which, I mean, I need some new teeth too, but I am not lying or killing for any new grill myself. However, I would like a whole new set. So if anybody wants to hand that out, let me know. But for now, I guess I'm keeping what I have. She also said that Donna would put money on her commissary, which is basically a way to get snacks in prison. And Patty never got any of those deals. She never got any land, and she never got her teeth fixed, but she did get candy bars. I actually find Patricia very believable, but the defense, of course, tried to poke holes in her story.
You testified that you spoke with a investigator, a woman, Was the woman white or black?
She was black.
Okay. Do you remember testifying in a hearing on this matter a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember saying that she was white?
Yes. I was confused.
You were confused by the question, or you were confused about the race of the investigator that you spoke with?
It was about the question.
Okay. And isn't it true that you also spoke with a male investigator last August?
Yes.
Okay. And that was about less than a month after you moved into the pod with Miss Adelson?
And to the next part with Miss Adelson.
No, we're talking in originally. That was about a month after you moved into the pod with Miss Adelson.
Yes.
Okay. And you spoke with that first investigator, the male.
Yes.
Okay. And it's your testimony that at that point in time, Miss Adelson had already offered you money, land, and a trailer.
Yes.
Okay. And you told that to that first investigator.
I did.
Okay. So on August, I believe it was August 30th of 2024, your testimony is that you told the first investigator, the man, about that offer.
I did.
Okay. Did you also tell him that the information that you were saying about Miss Magbanawa was false?
I did.
All of it?
I did.
Okay. Isn't it true that you've also testified that in fact Miss Magbanawa was manipulative?
I did.
And is that true?
It is.
I don't know if that would really make a dent in the jury's mind, but maybe. Next up was Drina Bernhardt.
Is this your first stint in the Leon County Jail?
No, it's not.
Have you been in and out of jail quite a few times?
I have.
Okay. Do you have 27 prior convictions involving either felonies or crimes of dishonesty?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you recently incarcerated in the Leon County Jail with Donna Adelson?
Yes, I was.
And did you become friendly with her during the time that y'all were both in the jail together?
Yes.
How long were you together in the jail?
I can't remember exactly, maybe around 4 months.
All right, were you in the same pod that whole 4 months?
Yes.
And when you're in the pod together in jail, is it easier to become friendly than it is on the outside?
Yes.
Why is that?
We're together 24/7, so.
All right, can you describe your friendship with Mrs. Adelson?
Yes, initially it was very nice. She actually called me her jail daughter, and she and I got close. And how much more detail do you want?
Well, by close, did you talk to each other about personal things, like your
Yes.
life?
Yes.
Okay. And did she have a nickname for you besides her jail daughter?
Yes, Sunshine.
Did she paint pictures for you and write notes to you and things like that?
Yes, ma'am.
And approach and show you what I marked as State's Exhibit 61. Is this one of the pieces of art and letters that she wrote to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge asked to move into evidence State 61.
No objection.
There you are.
State 61 is the note.
Permission to publish.
You may.
So is this her initials down here?
Yes, ma'am.
And on the back, is that a little note to you?
Yes, it is.
Dear Drina, I hope your life will be filled with love, joy, and flowers. You deserve only the best because you are the best. Love, Donna. Is that what she wrote?
Yes.
Then they showed the letter that Drina gave to the prosecutors. It's a letter that Donna wrote hoping Drina would say,
And whose handwriting is this on this first page?
That's Donna's, Miss Anderson.
Okay, so she wrote this in your notebook.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is it you were supposed to do with this information?
I was supposed to study it and answer it correctly on the stand for her.
So this is what she wanted you to say in court.
Yes, ma'am.
So for example, how did you know Donna Adelson? You were supposed to say everyone knew her. She's been on the news. I've seen and heard about this on TV shows and read it in the newspaper over the years.
Correct.
Do you read the newspaper?
No.
Okay. Did you know much about her or her case prior to coming in contact with her in the Leon County Jail?
No, ma'am.
And what were you supposed to do with this physical script?
I was supposed to copy it down and give it back to her.
Okay, copy it into your own handwriting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you provide this item to my office?
Yes, ma'am.
And was it copied and returned to you?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do with it once you returned with the original to the Leon County Jail?
Return it to her.
I'm gonna go down a paragraph here. This says that you approached Mrs. Adelson and told her you had information about Kay that you wanted to give her. Is that true?
No.
This says that Kay told you that she told Charlie on the night of the murder that some friends of hers went to Tallahassee and killed him. Did Kay ever tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. She asked him to give her the 1/3 of $1 million that he was going to pay his sister so that she could relocate with her children to Miami. He went crazy on her. He said that that was going to be an offer to his brother-in-law not to kill him. Did Kay ever say any of that to you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so Kay is Catherine McManawa, who both of these ladies have actually been with in the clink. Donna is wanting Sunshine, aka Drina, to basically lie on the stand for her and tell her that Catherine did this to extort her for money. Basically the same defense that Charlie gave. That her and her, baby daddy concocted this story to kill Dan for an extortion of money from the Adelsons.
Did she give you anything or promise you anything in exchange for reciting this script?
Well, I was in jail. I received packages and phone calls, and I was promised things as well.
What type of packages?
Packages are in jail just like a bunch of basically gas station food, but it's exciting when you're in jail.
Okay, and what about phone calls? What do you mean by that?
Just the phone calls are very expensive from jail, so she would let me use her phone to call my mother and other people.
Okay, and you said she promised you other things in the future. What other types of things?
$10,000, a grand piano.
What else?
She promised me cameras, but
None of that came to fruition?
no.
Okay. And what about pills? Did she mention anything to you about pills?
Yes, that if I needed pills, that I could call a doctor named, I think Obed. I think that's his name.
Okay.
Yes.
And that person would write you some prescriptions?
Yes, ma'am.
And why would you be in need of prescription medication?
I'm a recovering drug addict.
Okay, so no teeth for Drina. She was not offered that. Too bad because, and not to be mean, but I know a lot of drug addicts do have messed up teeth. I couldn't tell. I thought she was a lovely lady, even in purple. But Donna was going to feed her drug habit even more with some pills. Awesome, Donna. Really freaking awesome. That's just what Drina needs. She also ended up saying that Harvey was going to be the one to Zelle her the money and help her with her pills if she ever got out of the clink. Now, defense really wanted to paint this lady as a liar, liar, pants on fire, and that she just wanted a lighter sentence, which I agree. She wants a lighter sentence. I would too.
And so in September of 2024, when you were rearrested for violating probation and the new burglary charge. That point in time, you are facing 15 years mandatory day-for-day sentencing, unless you can reach an agreement with the state.
Correct.
And then you meet Donna Adelson.
Correct.
Your get out of jail free card.
I don't have an answer to that.
And you befriended her.
We became friends, yes.
And you would ask her questions about her case.
No, I didn't ask her questions about her case. She offered it to me and I would listen to her.
Okay. So it's your testimony here today that you did not ask her questions.
I can't remember. I may have asked her one or two. I mean, we were locked up for a long time, but I didn't go to her constantly and asking her questions, no.
Just a moment. If you didn't reach an agreement with the state, the court would have to sentence you to 15 years, day for day.
If I went to trial and was found guilty, yes.
So that your understanding is if you went to trial, you would face 15 years day for day.
If I was found guilty, yes.
Okay. So we're talking about a violation of probation. You'd go to a VOP hearing. You've already testified that you started using again.
Yes,
You didn't show up for probation.
correct.
Okay. So if you went to court without an agreement, you would have to be sentenced to 15 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, isn't it true that when you went to meet with law enforcement on December 20th of 2024, you made sure a couple days prior to this to sit down in a location in the pod and engage in a lengthy conversation with Donna Adelson, correct?
Oh, no, actually the pod, you can see, the whole pod is visible.
Isn't it true that you told them that you made sure that you sat where a camera could catch you while you sat with my client going over paperwork?
Yes,
Okay. And you wanted them to make sure that they could get video of you with my client.
yes.
Now, this one is hard to really dispute because she has actual handwriting from Donna. She has a whole script from Donna as to what she is supposed to say on the stand to help her. So that one is really, really hard. So I do think, yes, Drina is a little manipulative. Obviously, she's, she knows what she can get with this deal. She knows that she can talk to Donna and maybe get some more information out of her. She makes sure that she sits right in front of the cameras at the court to help her case. So yes, I do think that is manipulative, but I do believe her. Also, it's hard to not believe her, and maybe I'm just gullible, but I found her also very credible. Which brings us to the next witness, who is the handwriting forensic examiner, who has a ton of experience in reading handwritings and inks and texts and all this other, or like typewriter stuff. Like, she has a bachelor's, has boards on this. I mean, she's gone through the litany of tests and she's been doing this for a long time. So her testimony was lengthy and very boring because basically she's telling us how she knows that the texts that were written out, or the letters that were written, were actually from Donna. And it has to do with like the way she writes her E's and the little, swishes that she makes or whatever. But anyway, she makes it loud and clear that Drina is not lying, and what was written and given to the prosecution, in fact, was Donna Adelson's writing. And then welcome back Sergeant Corbett to go over more phone records.
Was a verdict delivered, meaning read out loud by the clerk or by the judge, sometime between 5 p.m. and 5:15 p.m. on that day, November 6th?
Yes.
Okay. When does Wendy send her next message?
At 5:27 p.m.?
So this would have been after the verdict was rendered?
Yes.
All right. And she says, "I love you very much. Call if you feel like you can." Is that right?
Yes.
And how does Donna Adelson respond? Can you read that message?
Your brother protected you for years. Now you are not guilty. Your lawyer took very good care of you. You can bury me in the dress that I bought for Lincoln's bar mitzvah.
And was that sent at 5:31 p.m. on November 6th?
It was, yes.
So about 15 to 20 minutes after the verdict?
Yes.
He goes over Charlie's text with Catherine, their breakup, and how they maintained a friendship throughout the years. Also, he goes over when Donna's cell phone is seized, they find WhatsApp. She has been communicating now on WhatsApp, which is a way to communicate internationally. I communicate with our editor Damian on WhatsApp because it's a free way to communicate, but it is also a secure form of communication where supposedly it can't be tapped into, but because they have the actual cell phone, they have to just open it up and they can read everything that she has written on WhatsApp since she didn't delete it.
Hi, Daisy. I'm trying to get a fast-track emergency visa for Vietnam.
Same objection that we talked about sidebar.
Overruled, this has not been published before the jury. This is the publishing of the evidence at this time. You may continue.
I'm sorry, you left off at fast track emergency visa for Vietnam.
I filled everything out on the online application. I filled out the visa option. I wanted the fastest I can get it, put in the applicant details with our photos approval. It's for Donna Adelson and Harvey Adelson. Yes, that is the site we applied for online. I just do not see how to pay for this.
Okay?
He goes on to talk about Donna's planner, and man, this chick has like a written out planner that is so detailed and organized. She puts my no planner to shame. She has written down everything that she has planned for the future and for the past. And she also has something written down there for Dan, not Dan Markell, of course, because Dan is no longer with us, but for Dan, Charlie's attorney. She wants Dan to contact Charlie in the clink to tell him about the Vietnam plans. Basically, that is the only way for Charlie to know about this escape plan without a trail, because you can talk to your attorney without anybody knowing or recording, or, it's attorney-client privilege. So that is actually written in her calendar. Basically, right when Charlie is also convicted, I think Donna saw the writing on the wall and started planning for her future away, probably hoping it was on an island far, far away and not in the clink. But she wrote in a lot of texts that she wanted to sell some jewelry. Oh, no, not in text, sorry. She wrote in her planner that she wanted to sell some jewelry. She wanted to get all the child support for Charlie's kid prepaid for a couple years and give Wendy a condo and a note card for an attorney. She actually tried to text Wendy a lot of times that she wanted to talk to her, and she didn't want to talk to her about anything about the case. She just wanted to talk to her about other things and if she could come there. But Wendy was pretty non-responsive at this point. She also was Googling non-extradition countries right before deciding on Vietnam. And with that, the prosecution rested. I would say they put up a very, very good case, and that the defense is going to have a really hard time convincing the jury otherwise. Tuesday starts the defense, and we shall see where they are planning to take this. I want to say that they were going to go with the same direction as Charlie did, where they were getting extorted out of money by Catherine McBanois and her posse. But I don't know if that's going to fare well now that they have these letters and this evidence that, she wanted somebody to testify a lie for her. And she was going to pay them off to do it. So we shall see what happens. We shall see if she's going to take the stand, who they're going to bring up to defend her. I think this is going to be a tough one. They have a long weekend to get it together because Labor Day is on Monday. So happy Labor Day to all of you. And Tuesday will start day 7. And you'll hear from us again on Wednesday with Margot bringing a recap of day 7 to you. Oh, also, you guys, Margot and I are going to be at CrimeCon. So if you're in Denver this weekend, come and see us. It's such a good event. It's amazing. You will not regret it. I do have a code called Housewives if you want to buy your ticket online and hang out with us. There's so much good stuff at CrimeCon. You will not be disappointed. I promise you. And we will be there Friday and Saturday of this weekend. So until next time, think like a juror and decide like one too. Clink, clink.